It is going to be Route 66. Certainly has been a strong one for them. We'll see what Complexity can bring to the table. This is our second match of the day. Winner of this best of 5 will go on to play Immortals in the grand finals for the big hurrah tomorrow. And the loser will go to play Luminosity in the 3rd and 4th place match. So this is a very big one for both of these teams, as Ghost will be starting on your offensive side. Complexity will be kicking us off on defense. But guys, head on over to Twitter, tweet us at Overwatch_NGE, join the conversation. Let us know who you think's gonna win. There should be some polls over there that you can vote in. Let us know what your thoughts are. Definitely head over there, Overwatch_NGE. We are kicking it off here. This has been the long anticipated match. I think we're in for a good one here, David.
Now Complexity already out on defense. Looks like we can actually count on a lot of these picks to stay locked in here. Nicholas going to be playing Tracer, Torque on Soldier 76. He's going to be running a 2-2-2 comp for Complexity. Ghost just now locking in. They're going to be coming out of the gate. They're going to be running 3 tanks again, Soldier 76. I expect to see a lot of this out of Ghost throughout today. Soldier 76 in the hands of Baby Bay is such a presence, and there's really no need for them to change unless they find out this format just isn't going to work for them against this particular team. Connor J's so deadly on Roadhog.
See, they're just moving themselves up top, trying to get a little bit of even playing ground, a little bit of high ground here, and Baby Bay's worked himself around on this backside towards the billboard. Maybe see if he can get these Complexity players looking in a couple different directions, but they're all on the cliff side for the most part, just waiting over there, but now working their way back to the payload, see if they can start to get a little more time down onto it. Nicholas is the first to fall here as Michael is continuing to play that diva that he is so well known for, and that's going to be 2 kills for Ghost right off the start. Complexity will probably have to just back up for now, wait, regroup, get all their respawners back, and they'll be able to have one more fight before this payload is actually capped on the first point. So they're going to want to contest here in just a second. They're getting some ultimates soon to be online. But Ghost definitely has an advantage coming into this fight now. A nano visor from up top from Baby Bay. 2 out of him just raining damage onto the Complexity squad. 4 kills coming out. The rest of Ghost there to clean up. That should be point number 1. Pretty easy coming out of Ghost. They certainly came to play today.
They're going to blast through that first point, pretty much unfazed. Baby Bay pressing out Torque and coming ahead in the Soldier 76 battle. Complexity is holding on to their own nano visor they can use in this next fight. Honestly, though, when I was watching Baby Bay practice his aim, I'm not entirely convinced that tactical visor doesn't make him worse.
Yeah, really. The guy he was another fun one, like Grim Reality to watch, just aiming on the computer. But here we go, Torque going in with his own nano visor here, really getting that damage out. That'll be a team fight win for the Complexity squad, and Ghost will have to go back to the drawing board here, but they do have that Earth Shatter. Actually, both sides having that Earth Shatter at the ready, so should be seeing those used at least in the next fight. But 420 for Ghost to work with moving through this Streets phase. I mean, it's quite a bit of time since they were able to do so well on the first point, but now the Reinhardt mind games come into play here. They both have Earth Shatter. They're trying to bait out the Earth Shatter from the other. Will use it on both sides, but Remix getting the better one, certainly, as now 2 kills come across for Ghost. Definitely winning that battle there. And now the Graviton coming out from Hard Blue, maybe a bit late. Really didn't do a whole lot. He could have saved it at least for maybe some of the respawners. But Ghost just pushing full speed ahead here. But Complexity have something to say about it. They're trading back and forth. Torque is still in on the fight at the moment, but being contested now by Michael as he comes back in. The Complexity players have made their way back onto the payload. We'll see if Ghost have the numbers. It looks like they do want to go in with the Whole Hog and the Nano Boost. The Sound Barrier comes out from Joe Meister to try and negate all that damage that he was pumping out with the Whole Hog, but Ghost still very much in this fight despite Complexity getting back onto the payload here. They are still trading back and forth, but it seems as though Complexity now may come out on top of it. Nano Boost came out onto Winghaven as he was able to secure a couple kills for Complexity, but it's the never-ending fight here as they're continuing to duke it out. But that Pulse Bomb will be at the ready very shortly from Nicholas, and they're finally pushing Ghost back, moving them off of the payload. Hard Blue, much to credit for that one. 3 kills coming out from the Hard Man right there, and they will hold on for now. 2 minutes 45 for Ghost.
Ghost certainly lingering in a losing fight for a little bit too long there, draining a lot of time off their own offensive clock. That previous Graviton from Harblue looked like a miscommunication to me. Nicholas was very, very close to getting his Pulse Bomb, but had to reload and didn't get it out in time. If he had gotten it out 1 second earlier, it would have connected with Harblue's and perhaps shut down that push a little bit more definitively, but perhaps that mistake actually working better for them time-wise.
Ooh, Harb going in with actually getting quite a few caught inside of that Graviton. Pulse Bomb out from Nicholas. 2 kills, 4 in total for Complexity, just mopping the floor of Ghost, stalling them out on the point there. They'll have to regroup, come back, and try another day. Now killing off quite a bit of time through this Streets phase here. They had 4 minutes and some change to work with as they entered the Streets phase, but now down to 2 minutes. And Complexity really stalling them out here, so they're looking good, but there is time to work with.
Winghaven's going to be looking at an Earthshatter in this next fight, but Ghost already running around trying to take the high ground. Winghaven's going to be looking for that.
Now there's going to be a Nano Visor from Baby Bay. 2 kills, 3 kills for Baby Bay off the Nano Visor, just dealing so much damage. There's nothing Complexity can do about it, mopping them up yet again. That is beautiful stuff. Just finding the opening with that Nano Visor, dealing multitudes of damage and getting the kills. That is good stuff from Ghost. Just under 3 minutes to move the cart into last. A solid offensive push so far from them.
Ghost able to speed boost right over and on top of Winghaven, preventing him from getting that Earthshatter out. That was probably the only thing that could have stopped that push, but after that, just full Jim Raynor out of Baby Bay as he mopped up the back line.
Yeah, he was, he really went at it there. This guy can play, certainly, is now they're looking to bring this one into the finish line as they gear up for this next point. A lot of ultimates up for Complexity. A pretty big Earthshatter came through from Remix. Oh my goodness, 3 kills out from Ghost despite being at the ultimate disadvantage. Torque was shut down in the middle of his tack visor from a brilliant Earthshatter out of Remix. And Ghost is just in cruise control at the moment. Complexity is going to have to stop him because it's going to be one more fight. If Ghost wins it, they should be able to bring this payload home.
Harblue just trying to stay alive, generate a little bit more ultimate. He almost saves Nicholas. Actually, he does. That self-destruct's going to come out. It's not going to connect with anyone. The Graviton already coming out from Harblue.
They bring up Torque on Reaper to give him the nano boost. See maybe if they can get some value out of that, but it's back and forth at the moment. Ghost has lost 3, and that should be enough for Complexity to hold on right here. There's 1:35 left, and they don't want to linger around too long here if you're on Ghost. You don't want to waste too much time. If you're going to lose the fight, you just got to die or reset, because these fights can linger on for so long and you're not going to get anything done. So they do go for the reset. 1:25 for them to work with, so they're going to have maybe 2 more fights if they move quickly.
Nicholas changing off Tracer and onto D.Va. Between that and May, either one he wants to pull out is probably going to have a big impact here for Complexity as they're mounting. They're going to have to do a 1-minute hold here on the final point. Route 66, it's certainly not out of the cards, but so far, Harblue has been coming up big. He changed over to Roadhog, and now he's going to be looking for hooks in the back, and he's got Baby Bay.
Oh, man. Harblue, we've seen this guy do incredible stuff on Roadhog and Zarya. He can do them both, and now Earthshatter out from Winghaven. We'll put some bodies on the ground for sure. That's going to be a whole slew of kills coming out for Complexity, and now Ghost, yet again, they're going to have another shot to take a fight. They have now 40 seconds. It's going to stagger out a little bit here as Baby Bay is a late death for them. But they will be able to get everyone back. It will be just one more fight, though.
Oh, Harblue is looking so comfortable here at land. Big plays when he was on Zarya,
yeah.
Big save, Graviton on top of that. Now he's on Roadhog, and Baby Bay just cannot find room with all this impressive hooking coming off from the side.
And they might even have a Beyblade up here soon. Torque is coming up on his Death Blossom. Shake soon to have Nano Boost. Torque actually taking quite a bit of damage. Needs to make sure he stays alive. Already 1 kill for Complexity. That's a brilliant start. Ajax going down. Harblue doing what he does best on Roadhog. 2 kills coming across for them now, and he's going to use that Death Blossom on top of it. Torque shutting down Ghost as they try and bring it into the finish line, but Torque just saying no to that. And it will be Complexity holding on, not allowing them to cap all 3 points, shutting them down just before the end. we'll go into the change of side, see what they can do on the offense.
Point by point there, Complexity getting tougher and tougher on defense. The first point going pretty quickly over into the hands of Ghost, but after that, the second barely being saved by a Nano. Nanovisor coming out from in between Blam and Baby Bay was able to get him into the third point, but after that, it was all the Harblue show with Torque chiming in here and there. Certainly a big Death Blossom to close that out.
He is so fun to watch. I mean, he's positioning himself beautifully, just coming around, looking for that opening, you know, somewhere they're not expecting him to come from. That Earth Shatter was huge as well out from Winghaven, and they just mopped up from there. A brilliant play coming out of Complexity, really getting it together. First point was shaky, but they really collected themselves coming into the Streets phase. They killed a lot of time there, and then on the last point, you know, Ghost was looking pretty good. They moved it a good distance, but when it mattered, Complexity were able to shut it down just before the end. So all they need to do is essentially push it to all 3 points. Just because Ghost was very close to that third point, couldn't quite seal it. So Complexity moving to the offensive side now. Ghost will be on your defense, and it seems as though we are getting quad tank out of Ghost on the defensive side. That has been quite the mainstay in Overwatch for the past while.
And it's been hard to go wrong so far with Michael on Diva, Connor J on Roadhog. Baby Bay is certainly a fantastic Zarya, so certainly worth giving it another shot, but Torque perhaps locking in Reaper here, that could be a problem.
Well, we've seen teams, they like to do, I mean, on the offensive side, using Reaper on this point. If you can displace people from on top of the gas station, get them down there, Torque's waiting, and he will just, I mean, melt anybody that tries to, you know, sit down in the bottom of gas station.
Yeah, a lot of times working in through the tunnel and then teleporting underneath the gas station, underneath Big Earls, and then after that, just looking for some pretty easy shots on a tank that falls. Usually able to be pretty effective here, and Torque can certainly play this character.
Absolutely can. We've seen him do it. That's a good biotic that landed on top of everybody. One gas station coming out from Shake. See, now this is exactly what they want to do. Yeah, they knew it was coming. Torque comes down to the bottom, and now he's just sitting here looking to find his target, really. And now Connor J sitting here looking for his hook opportunity. Does connect a little bit on it. Baby Bay and Michael just cleaning house of the Complexity players here. All sorts of kills, 2 from each of them. Connor J will chime in a bit as well. So back to the drawing board for Complexity. No harm done. Still 3 minutes to work on this first point. Plenty of time for them. But I'll just go back. Connor J getting his sprays in. They're actually keeping Remix on the low ground rather than back on top of Big Earls. Maybe they want to make sure they have eyes on Torque at all times.
Just keeping an eye on the low ground as well. That's going to be a speed boost. It's Complexity trying to come in and take advantage of it.
Oh, they were trying to catch him out. He was by himself, but Ghosts are still holding on here. Nano Boost was used by Ghost. Blam set that one off, but they're the ones that have found all the kills so far. As they are just going to press him back yet again. Harblue is going to die late for Complexity. And time, I mean, it's ticking down slowly, so they're going to have to make something happen.
Got to focus on just capping the point at all at this point.
Yeah.
Trying to worry about time differentials is way past foregone conclusion at this point. Right now, Ghost putting up a pretty solid defense. They're spread, basically expecting everything that Complexity has done a lot of in the past, and just, this Graviton is going to be big.
Oh, he's going to lay it right down. Both teams using Gravitons. Is the follow-up there? That's the question. Self-destruct over top does find Shake, but they respond right away with a kill on the Remix. So Connor J then chiming in as well to kill Harblue, and with this whole hog, that's going to press the rest of them back, just eating up all of that sound barrier, looking to send Winghaven off the cliff, did enough damage, gets the hook off as well. The rest of Ghost there to support their Roadhog player, giving the BM as well. Ah, gotta love it. Ghost finding themselves quite a nice defense here so far.
Well, Connor J can clearly still land the hooks so far. And just overall, I thought that Graviton was going to be absolutely pivotal, but not really. Complexity doing a pretty good job trying to spread out and not let that Graviton come in. They did know that it was in the hands of Ghost, but either way, Ghost are just hard to move here on top of Big Earls.
Now Michael is going to get the nano boost, and they've already been able to get 2. Harblue manages to find Ajax, and a Remix is a bit caught down in under the gas station here, so they're striking back with a few kills. The big thing for Complexity, I don't know if they'll really be able to get too much movement off of this off of this payload. Oh, taking out Harblue late. That's not good for Complexity. They're down to 45 seconds, and they really needed there to regroup because of the couple kills that they managed to get. But they will get some cart time down. Ghost is looking to contest here, though.
They're pulling back and just waiting for the right moment to step on here and go looking for this wipe. But Torque, he's lying in wait, and he's got a death blossom. He's going to let loose, but he's going to get shut down by Connor J.
Oh, goodness. Connor J shutting down Torque. And I mean, it's tough to just run in like that and use a Death Blossom at this level with no bubble on you or anything. And now Ghost looking to finish off map number 1 here. They use Transcendence, but Connor J with the Whole Hog is just pressing the Complexity squad back, and they really need to get on the payload. The Heartblue's trying to run his way over there. Connor J hooks him back in. Should be easy pickings for the Ghost squad, and they hold on here, finding frag after frag. No one around from Complexity. And Ghost take map number 1 here on Route 66.